everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm working in my napkin journal today. I really enjoyed making my first page, so I'm going to have another go today. The napkin I am pulling out is this one, which has got lots of fish and things on it, so I thought that could be quite a fun thing to do. So I'm going to start by ripping some of this out. Trying to keep the fish in one place. Here we go. Whoops, just beheaded a fish there. Never mind. Now, I know I could put water on this and cut it better. Might end up doing that. Let's see. Right, we've got a fishy fish there. And I think they're all swimming the same direction. I don't think there's anybody going the other way. No, not unless I put them on upside down, which I don't want to do. Let's have this one here. Just trying to look for sort of fish variety here while I'm doing this. Let's have this young fella. I've got something like that. Well, it's not as a long one, but it's not fully visible. I mean, maybe we could use him right at the bottom like that. Perhaps we will, because I quite like his shape, even though it's not. And there isn't a whole one on the napkin, so I can't get one from somewhere else. Let's just grab him there. Oops, head's gonna have to go. I just ripped his nose off. I think I have. Never mind, maybe he'll have to go there then. But there is another one I could grab. There's one there. Let's do this the proper way. I think I'm too clumsy to be doing this. There, if we did that, at least he'd have a face, wouldn't he? But he'd have to be at the bottom still, because he doesn't have his bottom fins. Right, who else have we not used that we might like to use? He's quite nice. Right, I'm going to go for this one here. He's quite close to another fish, but let's see. See if he'll come out easily now I've wet him. Yeah. I don't think my ripping skills are all there. There we go. Right. So we've got something, I don't know quite where I'm going to put them yet, but I'm just looking to see what some random fish. And there's a little shoal. Yes, let's have that one as well. There's a little shoal of small fish here. Let's see. I have to lose that one because he's only half a fish, but hopefully the rest will be okay. Oops, don't lose. This one's got a bit of a gentle with it. Its tail's coming off. Right, that's the same fish as there, but we could put them down the bottom there. I think that's it. There are a couple of small fish here. Let's see. I'm just going to cut out and then we'll decide what we want to keep and what we don't. Out we go. Right, I've got some spare fish if I need them. Let's have a look. Yeah, excuse my dirty mat. It is quite bad, but I figured if I'm going to make a mess now, I might as well just leave it and clean it up at the end. Right. Maybe that one wants to go up there. Something like that, perhaps. I do have these ones as well if I need them, but I don't know if I do. Don't want those there because Something like that, maybe something like that. Right, I'm not going to think about it too much. Let's have some matte medium. This is a different one, but hopefully we'll do the same job. So we'll just stick these gently onto the page. Something like that. And I have this one. I do like to go over the centre where I can with some of these. See? Go on, that's a bit better. Right. Not sure if I went over this one or not. Whoops. I like with napkins that, you know, when you get the edge where it's sort of a little bit, I guess where they stick them together, where it's got like lots of little imprinted dots and things. But I love how when you use glue and things, it completely disappears. You don't see that bit. Oh, don't want you there. Let's pop you there. That. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll have the other small fish down here as well. Maybe they could all be swimming together actually. Why don't we do that? I'm just going to pop a little on there. I'm not 100% sure I went over that, so I'll do that. And what I'll do, I think, is let that dry. And then we'll put some gesso on around it. I do want to use my gelatos on here, and I think that will be a good. Whoops, didn't really mean to cover that fish up there. Trying to blend the edges of the napkin out a little bit. It won't hurt because I'm going to go in with some different colours anyway. See how we go with that. Right, I'm just going to dry that and I'll be back. Right, now the fun begins because we need to blend in. We've just got some disembodied fish at the moment which we need to blend in. So just getting out some gelatos, and if they're not gelatos, I think that's like an an Aldi or Lidl equivalent type thing, but sort of I don't know what they're called, gel pastels or something. Just put one colour down to begin with, and then we'll add into it. Nice colour this, sort of fits quite well with the napkin. I very rarely use my gelato, so when I do, I'm always impressed with how well they sort of go on and how well they blend, and they are a great little resource to have. Right. Come back to that, I think. Let's add some other colours in. Let's see what we can do here, whether or not we can add a little bit more. So it doesn't look just like one colour. I like that you can just blend with your finger as well. Right, I think we need some more drama down this end here, and that's a bit better. Right, I think we could do with a little bit of something in there because it's looking a bit pale. Quite liking that. Right, I've got a shell stamp here. I don't know whether or not I've got some distress oxide. I've no idea whether or not that will come out on there. It does kind of. And I don't really want it to stand out. I just want some sort of, I don't know, just a bit of texture really. So I'm literally not thinking about this, I'm just stamping some little shells on. Right, that will do, I think. I could go for another colour, but I think I won't. She says, reaching for the salty ocean. Do I want some darker ones? These might be a bit too dark. Let's have a look. Not too bad if you sort of use the second generation or third and fourth, and yes, I think I'll leave that. I don't want to overdo it. Right, so I've got some fish. I've kind of got a bit of a background. What else could we do with that? I could do some stenciling, or I've got an idea, bear with me. Right, I've been and got some bits and pieces, but I think I'm actually going to just put some more gelato just on the edges. It will save me going around and inking with something, but I just feel like it needs like a frame just around the edge there a bit. I feel a bit happy with that, and I'm just going to pop in with a bit more of that light blue and just blend a little bit, especially around some of these look a bit unfinished. Right, I'm not so keen on this one for some reason. He's got a bit of a like a bluey, like a grey background. Not that keen, so I'm just going to try and blend him out a bit. Not sure I can do much about that. Anyway, let's move those. Now I've got some white paint, and I've got a couple of mark making tools. So let's see, first of all, what we've got. I've got this bubble wrap, little baby bubbles. I'm going to hope, I don't want loads, so I've just folded that over, which I don't want. I'm hoping that we could perhaps get a few like bubbles, looking like bubbles anyway. I don't want tons. Just a little bit of texture, like that. Right, I think that would do. And I've also got, this is the like protector that you get on a paintbrush. So I'm just going to use a bit of that to see whether or not we can add a few more bubbles. Yeah, I think that looks a bit more. Just put the odd one in, and I'm liking that they're quite dimensional. Like you can see bits of the paint. Right, I think I will dry. I had got a bigger one, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I quite like the small bubbles. So I'm going to let that dry. Right, we're more or less dry with those. I wouldn't like to say we were 100% dry. I'm just looking for some glue. There it is. Right, I've got my quote here, which I'm going to put on somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. Something like that, I think. So I've used my Dymo label printer again. I'm not saying I will use it every time, but it is very convenient, and I've had it for years, but I've never really thought about it in terms of crafting. I mean, I use it for labelling things, but I don't necessarily think about using it for labels. Now, the lovely Trudy suggested I put some glue on these. I was a bit worried, I'll be honest, when I put the other ones on last time, that they would fall off, and they haven't done, they're fine. But I might actually, not going to stick them all straight. Okay, so I'm just popping a little bit, even though they are self-adhesive, I'm thinking perhaps over time that they may lose their stick. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of the Yoo-hoo on the back. I really need to fill this up, it's getting dangerously low and it just makes things really slow for us, doesn't it? Maybe if I leave it on its side. So hopefully that will fit on. I didn't like these because they were shiny and I had a problem with them being like a shiny label, but I've decided to get over it and just embrace it, because it's just easy to add a little quote without having to print something out and cut it out and everything. I'm just going to do that. So it says, "We may all be different, but in this shoal we all swim together," which I thought was quite apt. It's quite like our little group. We are all different, but we do swim together and we look after each other. So I figured that would be a good thing. Now I've got some glue here, glitter glue. I'm just going to put some on my mat. I don't think I should have done that. Anyway, I've now got it all at my brush, and I was trying to just put a small amount on my brush. And I'm just going to put in a small amount of this glitter glue. So we have a little bit of sparkle, but you have to look for it really before you see it. Nothing too grand. I'm not a really sparkly sort of person. I don't really. That's why I'm terrified of the bling thing coming up and the art journal prompts. I mean, I'll do it, don't worry. I won't wimp out, I will do it, but I am frightened of doing it. It's just not, everybody has their things. Some people don't like doing vintage things, some people don't like doing mixed media. I'm just not keen on sort of gems and things like that. I think I've got more of this glitter glue up my brush than I have on the bristle, so I don't think there's a lot going on. Let me see what we've got there. It's just very small touches. I think I'm going to leave that. Am I going to draw around the words? Do you know what? I don't know if I will. I think I'm just going to leave that really plain. I thought about emphasising the fish with some ink, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave that. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't know if you can catch the glitter on that. There is a tiny amount, but not too much. And I think I will just leave that as it is. I'm tempted to go around those labels, but I don't want to. I'm going to leave it and keep it quite, gentle and, a bit murky, like water's murky, not all crystal clear. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back later in the week because I've got the prompts to do. I'm going to add some more prompts and I'll talk about them a bit when I do them because they're a little bit different. And yeah, but then I'm going away again for a week, would you believe? I came back and I decided my mum and dad could do with some time away, so I'm taking them off for a week. So I don't know not sure what crafting I'll be doing, because my mum gets up at the crack of dawn, even before me. She's a 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock person. So, usually it's me awake at about 6 or 7, waiting for everybody else to get up. But my mum will have had a few hours up already, so she'll probably want entertaining. So whether or not I'll do any art or whatever, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that is my page for now. That is my page for now, she says. And then I pulled that bit of paper off and now I've got a bit of a white bit, which I don't like. There, that's better. Right, thanks for watching. Take care, have a good day, and speak to you again soon. Bye for now.